in Vienna. We were on an art journey to see Bruegel, 450th anniversary of Bruegel, and they had as many Bruegels as have ever been in one place as possible. So we're spending several days there looking, but it was freezing cold, and there were extreme amounts of snow. It's a landlocked country all over, and people were stranded, but this is kind of how photography lies, because it looks like you're in a day spa with lots of light in California. You know, and it really, you know, Vienna is an extremely elaborate Baroque city. I don't know if anybody's been to Museum of Fine Arts, but every kind of marble, every kind of Baroque statue, layered, and floors and ceilings. This is, you can't forget a lot of the like jewel box or chocolate box nature of the city. But in this special restaurant, they are totally serene. So it's sophisticated, but it's without elaboration. So it's kind of a new innovation for the city. And you walk in, it's like a monolith, and it's silver, and you can see yourself reflected in it. But as soon as you walk in, there's a warmth to it, and there's about 3 dozen different citrus hanging in front of you from a arranged mobile and tiles. So you feel like maybe you're in the kitchen and preparing food, and then they sweep you into a room that's semicircles for all the people in there, and it's beige and gray, and the food is the main attraction. In Austria, I think they have the largest proportion of organic food per capita in Europe. And these oranges are from a 450-year-old orangerie that people can go once a year and buy. And so some of these fruit we're eating were 180 years old. So there's a kind of dichotomy of, this is an organic wine from the mountains that is just become sustainable and new and innovative, but they don't want to lose that history that they have, and they want to be very Viennese, and it's like a culture that's only named after a city, Viennese. And there's just a roundness. This is a positive, and this is a negative. I don't know if people know that's a wine glass. Some people I've showed it to didn't know, but I have this over here. But like, they complete each other in a way. The ragged edges of the slices, and then the delicate, elaborate of the shadow, and the warmth on the cool. It was just a way for me to take out the beauty and save it of a very special several hours in like a spa-like setting, in a very Austrian-rooted setting, and a cold art journey.
Beautiful. Those are oranges.
They're not oranges. They're like, some are from the Philippines. They're calamasa, I think it's calamani. It has healing properties, anti-inflammatory properties. Some are blood oranges. Some are pomelo.
Are they meant to be eaten, or
Yes, I ate them all.
They're different citruses.
Kind of like Sergio. They're still like eat it. So
it's really, that particularly is a beautiful photograph. The other one is too.
and
But there's something about the delicacy of that that really is so appealing.
yeah, and it's almost like you couldn't escape photographing in this space without getting something round. The tables were round. The serving tables were inserted that were round. The bread plate was wooden and round. The spoons were round. It had been so precisely thought out in every aspect that it influenced my work.
I love the whole circle thing.
Yeah, so
So what part of Austria were you in?
Vienna,
Here,
in the
Vienna.
city. Yeah, right in
So
this.
this is in Vienna.
It is, it's in a park. It was an old dairy that a dozen years ago, a young chef, who was a second generation chef from the mountains, took over, and he learned from his father. And, they only use organic things. The rooftop in the middle of this park, in the middle of Vienna, is growing the herbs. And Vienna is one of the green cities in Europe. They eliminated nuclear in '78 after our 3 Mile Island tragedy. And they do things like they burn trash to heat homes. And they're very big on long-term planning and carrying it out. There's a dichotomy in Vienna of like,
The past and the future.
it's the home of Freud and
I thought it was there. I mean, it has to be like that.
So it's true.
All my relatives.
so it's a very sophisticated place, but it's also becoming a very livable place. Their public transportation is excellent. They're reducing the cars. I mean, they're really on a plan so that's why you can grow the greens on the roof that we ate there, because their pollution is getting less. I mean, but there's a green party that's been there for 10 years pushing this, but now there's pushback against that right now, as there is all over Europe, and that could affect the economy and the green movement. But and the people it's only open Monday to Friday, so it's not really like they care about the money. And it's one of the best restaurants in the city. They're just really into the culture, the cuisine, the livelihood. When you have like 20% of the people in this landlocked city making their living off, and it's growing and growing and growing, and people want to buy organic, and it's kind of a cultural.
We're certainly making that transition here too.
Beautifully shared.
Yeah. All right, thank you.